Yeah, we back. Yeah, we back. Now today's gonna be a quick video. I don't really make videos like these, but I'm gonna be reacting to a video that was put out by the fellow YouTube content creator Shakira Mariam. Now, of course, I did a video on this young lady a few months back. You know, a funny video. She was shocked, right? She made a video talking about how she was talking to this young black man, and the young black man had to respectfully decline her advances, had to respectfully, put an end to the interaction because one of his deal breakers was he doesn't deal with women who date outside the race. So I did a funny reaction video a few months back to her video because she was enraged. She was furious. She couldn't believe that a black man had the audacity to reject her because one of his deal breakers was he doesn't deal with women who mix and mingle outside the race. So yeah, for those of y'all that follow me, y'all remember that video. But this is going to be a different type of video. So she was reacting to one of them clips from the Pop the Balloon show. I'm sure y'all heard about that show, Pop the Balloon. I don't really watch it too heavy. I might see some clips here and there, but I don't really watch it too heavy. I don't really watch too much of anything. I don't watch movies. I don't watch TV. So I'm kind of out the loop with a lot of things. But a clip had went viral, and I want to react to the clip. There was a young lady who came up on the show, a very highly complected young woman, my type of woman, right? I like the women that resemble the woman that my ancestors had. I'm not really a big fan of the admixture. I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest with you. But this young lady came up on the show and she decided to reject the young man. And the reason that she gave was she made the assumption without even having a conversation. She assumed this gentleman had no interest in her because she was dark skinned, right? She didn't ask him what his preference was, what his taste was. She just automatically assumed he's not into me, so I'm just gonna bow out gracefully. So I want to react to that clip. But before we get into it, as you already know, subscribe to the Patreon, join the Patreon family. As soon as you join that Patreon, you gain access to 17 videos that have never been uploaded to YouTube, as well as access to all videos moving forward into the future. Now, anyways, man, let's get into the clip. Not wasting no time.
It was controversial for some people. Some people were shocked at what she said. So I kind of want to get into the video and talk about it because I think that a lot of dark-skinned women in general could use this as guidance on how to navigate in this world as a darker girl. So let's watch the video so that we can talk about it, okay?
Definitely, I like her skin tone. I like dark-skinned women. She's beautiful. You know what I mean? And I like the fact that you got braids. Like you're embracing your yeah.
Oh, I'm shocked then. I didn't think you were attracted.
Why are you shocked?
I don't know. I didn't think I was his type.
I should think that, but
you're very beautiful. I like your skin tone again, and you got gorgeous almond eyes, and yeah.
Okay.
So are you still leaving your balloon on Pop? Is he someone that is your type?
He's attractive. I just didn't think I was his type.
Why are you eliminating yourself? You want the balloon back?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's get that balloon back. There we go. Okay, we'll be back.
Now, the reason why I wanted to talk about this video is because I was that girl at one point in my life. And I'm sure many dark-skinned women were at a point in their life where they had the mindset that this girl had, okay? This girl's clearly beautiful. I mean, that's evident. There's no argument about that. She's literally gorgeous. Her skin is beautiful. Her body is beautiful. Hair was tea. Body was tea. The whole thing was amazing, okay? However, she already eliminated herself as being a good option to a man that she found attractive simply because she has dark skin. Let's be real. That's why she eliminated herself. She felt like that guy wouldn't find her attractive simply because she's dark skinned. And a lot of dark skinned women, before they reach that point of self-love, oftentimes you let society get in your head too much to the point where you think that every single situation you walk into, you're going to be dealing with a person that practices white supremacy. And you have to understand that, yes, even though we live in a world where the beauty standard says the lighter you are, the better you are, that doesn't mean that every single person walking around on earth follows that playbook, okay? There are a lot of people who believe that the darker you are, the prettier you are. even though the European beauty standard says the opposite. So as a dark-skinned girl, it's not helpful to you when you have this mindset that everywhere you go, you're going to be the last pick and nobody's going to desire you just because you're dark-skinned. When I got to college, I was shocked to see men prefer dark-skinned women. Like, shocked. And it was because the environment that I was in, I was only around people who preferred lighter girls. And when I was in high school, I was in a PWI. So I was only around people who preferred lighter people. And it took me going to college in Philly. Shout out to Philly. They love the dark skins. It took me going to college in Philly for me to actually see men who preferred darker girls. And I was shocked to see it. I was shocked to see it at first. I was like, damn.
All right, we back. Now, my only issue with this topic and Shakira Mariam in particular is because she was one of the main proponents on social media, one of the main voices not too long ago, singing the gospel of dating outside the race. Oh, girl, you better get you a white man. You better expand your options to all these different races of men. So to me, the colorism conversation, the dark skin conversation, it's hard for me because the same women that preach about the trials and tribulations of the dark skinned human beings are the same ones encouraging you to dilute the rich melanin in your bloodline, dilute your rich heritage, dilute your genetic code, simply all in the name of, oh, expanding your options, girl. You better expand your options. You better get you a white man. She was one of the main ones singing the gospel of the white man on YouTube, on TikTok, whatever. That's why when I made that video about her a few months back, I was like, baby girl, you cannot be angry at that gentleman. You can't be angry at that young black man because he doesn't want to deal with you because you were singing the gospel and kissing the ass of the white man, right? And at the same time, you say, oh man, the trials and tribulations of the dark-skinned woman. But at the same time, you don't even care enough to even reproduce a dark-skinned woman. You say the light-skinned biracials, the mixed-race girls, they got the privilege, they got the status, whatever. But at the same time, you are not against the idea of reproducing that same exact mixed race girl, light skin, privilege, whatever that you complaining about. That's my only issue with the dark skin conversation, right? When it comes to me, you can't out one side of your mouth say, man, the trials and tribulations of the dark skinned women. And at the same time, at the other side of your mouth, girl, you better get your white man and create a little mulatto. Listen, I'm not going. I'm not going, man. I'm not going. That's usually when I check out of the whole colorism conversation, right? And it's unfortunate because the conversation deserves to be had. It's a conversation worthy of a discussion. But the individuals that are leading the discussion, unfortunately, they're sending mixed messages to the population, right? They're talking about we need to uplift the dark skin, and I agree with that. But at the same time, they talking about we need to link up with the white man, right? So that's why I completely check out of the conversation. Now, when I went into her comment section, I seen this young lady come into the comment section, right? Now, this young lady has also been in my comment sections as well, right? We'll get into that later. But she went into the comment section of this video and she said this: I was this girl and I did not realize it. I just did not show it. And in his eyes, I was super confident, but in the inside, I didn't 100% feel that way. He was a fine white Puerto Rican guy. And in my that's what I'm saying. The trials and tribulations of the dark-skinned woman. I was linking up with the white Puerto Ricans, the European Puerto Ricans. Anyway, let's continue. He was a fine white Puerto Rican guy. And in my head, I couldn't believe that he was attracted to me and dark skin was his preference. We have to stop doing that, counting ourselves out because it's a lot of men that prefer us. He said a lot of men in his family have the same preference. They think women of their race are attractive, but they would say opposites attract. Now, I recognize this young lady because she has came into my comment section on multiple occasions, ready to debate, ready to defend her right to date outside the race, right? She's very passionate about dating outside the race. So I was taken aback once I seen her in the comment section of this video talking about the trials and tribulations of the dark-skinned individuals. For example, a while back, I did a video basically explaining why I have the ideology in the position that I do, right? Why I only deal with black women who only deal with black men, right? That's my preference. And I have a right to that preference. I only deal with black women who only deal with black men. Now, she came into the comment section and she said this: what should black women do when so many black men do not want black women? I'm not a person who dates out. Now, as you can see, brothers, she just was in the comment section of the other lady talking about I was with the white Puerto Ricans. I was with the European descendants of the Puerto Rican Spaniards, right? Now she in my comment section saying I don't date out. That's why I be looking at some of y'all funny. Anyway, let's continue. I'm not a person who dates out lies. But when you look at the numbers, black women are out of luck if they're putting all their bets on black love, realistically speaking, right? Now, this the same one who was just, oh man, the trials and tribulations of the dark skin. And she comes into my comment section trying to downplay the importance of black love. That's why it's hard for me to take y'all serious when it comes to this colorism conversation. If you are not about this life, when it comes to the black family, then don't worry about what the dark skins go through, because you're gonna create your little half breed, your little quadroon, hexadecaroon, mixed race mulatto. That's what you're gonna make. That's what you're gonna recreate. You're not gonna create the young black girl, the young dark skinned daughter. I'm gonna create her because I'm gonna be with the black woman. You're the one laid up with Jose Javier Hernandez. So what is this conversation about the dark skins and this, that, and the third, but you laid up with the European colonists? Now, of course, I responded to her and I said this. You have convinced yourself of this alternate reality. Meanwhile, the global black population size is booming and growing and is predicted to explode over the next century. Meanwhile, white people are stressing about the declining population size. You sound like somebody who is looking to justify what you already desire to do. So don't let me stop you. I'm not begging anybody to stay among their own people. You have liberty and autonomy. Go place your bets on non-existent interracial love since you already written off black love. Enjoy. Now, this brother came into the comment section. He said this. Women with this reasoning are always swirlers. You recognize them even when they lie. I recognize the pattern. And she responded and said, I've dated out in my past. I have not dated out since the pro-black movement. Wait, what is the pro-black movement? You needed a movement to come along to encourage you to love your own men? That's crazy. Anyway, I haven't dated out since the pro-black movement, but I'll take their money. Okay, so you'll take the white man's money and lay up with him if he got money, but you, brother. Oh, but the dark skin, the trials and tribulations of the dark skin, but we laying up with the white man for money. But I have not let anybody non-black touch me in years. My past is my past, and I'm not ashamed of it. Now, me and her have had, interactions in the comment section on multiple occasions, even as recently as a couple weeks ago. Unfortunately, I had deleted that conversation, but it was a long back and forth. And she was basically saying how, black men don't want us. Black men don't love us. Black men don't like us. Black men don't like us. Black men don't want us. But if you notice in the comment section of the other young lady, you notice she was way more optimistic. And I even had a conversation with her. I told her, look how much grace you give to men who come from whole entire anti-black cultures. You're talking about men from Latin America, one of the most anti-black regions in the world, where anti-blackness is entrenched into the culture, where the more European ancestry you have, the more status you have in the hierarchy, where the more African ancestry you have, the lower you are on the hierarchy, right? She gives grace to men who come from those cultures, right? She said, listen, don't count yourself out. I was that girl. Don't count yourself out. Those men love us, right? But when it came to the black man, she already wrote the black man off, right? And I wish I could show you them conversations, but unfortunately I deleted them. But basically what I told her in our last interaction was the same grace you give to non-black men, in this case, the Puerto Rican guy, the grandson of the conquistador, the same grace you give to him, give that same grace to black men. And maybe your interactions with black men will end up more positive, right? Maybe the reason why you're having negative interactions with black men is because look how you're stepping into the front door. Just like the lady on the Pop the Balloon show, right? You've already written black men off. You've already written black love off, but you still maintain an open window for interracial love, for maybe, the white man from Puerto Rico or whatever, right? But when it comes to the black man, you already wrote the black man off. And we can pick up on that energy. Maybe that's why you're not having success, because we can pick up on that energy. We can sense the vibes. We can tell the vibes is not what it's supposed to be. And I think a lot of times when it comes to the colorism conversation, I really think that's why the colorism conversation never gets the attention that it deserves, because a lot of times the individuals who are leading the colorism conversation, they're not really operating in good faith, right? They might seem like, oh, I'm all about, black people and I love black people and I love dark-skinned people. But at the same time, no, you don't. No, you don't. You want to get with the white man. You want to have a little multicultural, multiracial, multi-ethnic family, right? No, you don't. You want to have a bunch of light-skinned babies. You don't really care about this dark-skinned life for real. You don't really care for real. You're not going to convince me that you truly care about the plight of the dark-skinned human beings, but at the same time, you want to lay up with the creator and the architect and the founder and the engineer behind colorism. and all the other isms, all the racism and featureism, whatever. You're not going to tell me you truly care about the topic, but then you want to lay up with the same exact descendants of the men who created this predicament you found yourselves in, right? The same exact men who constructed whole entire societies based on the fact that you were higher up in the hierarchy based on how much European ancestry you had, right? You talking about you laying up with men from Spanish-speaking colonies. Like, come on, man. Like, I cannot take this serious. If you're not a black woman who only deals with black men, I don't really care what you think about colorism, because you're going to have a little half-breed mongrel baby anyway. So nobody cares about the topic. You're not really passionate about the topic. I'm sorry to tell you. Sorry to tell you. And Shakira Mariam, you've been on the internet for years telling black women dead outside the race. Now you want to cry about the plight of the dark-skinned human beings. Get out of here, bro. And the lady in my comment section, get out of here too. Like I said, telling me, oh, I don't date outside the race. But then in the other comment section, you talking about you laid up with the white man from Puerto Rico. Just stop it, man. Just stop it. It's a whole joke. It's a whole joke. Now, when it comes to me, like I said, I have a preference for women who are highly melanated and richly complected. Not only physically, but also mentally and spiritually. Because you could be a dark-skinned woman on the outside, but spiritually on the inside, you white as a Confederate soldier, right? You got the same mentality as a Confederate soldier, right? So it has to be with the mentality and the spirit as well, right? The physical has to match the spiritual. And to me, when it comes to women like Shakira Mariam going around telling women, oh, they're outside the race, your physical does not match the spiritual. You know, it doesn't align. It doesn't match. It doesn't match. So that's probably why some of y'all not really having the success y'all want to have with black men, because you might be a black woman on the outside, but on the inside, you about as white as Robert E. Lee, the Confederate general. But anyways, man, I'm not going to be here too long, man. It's your boy Neferkari. That's Salim back in the Billy. Yes, indeed. Subscribe to the Patreon, NTD1814. Link in the description. Support the album, Sahel 1816. Go to my homepage, go to my playlist section. Enjoy the album. Support the channel, and I'm gone. Peace.
Told me she loved me and said that it's real. So independent, ain't signing no deal. Feel like a king and I'm up at Cap Henry. I'm in the citadel, top of the hill. Trying to run up, but we let off a cannon. Secret location, I'm keeping it sealed. You ain't retaliate, Franco Medina. Came to the country, and he got killed. You ain't retaliate, Rafi Mans. Thought you was loyal, thought you was real. Didn't even want to come pick up the body. Had your man locked up, he died in the cell. Up at the palace, I'm throwing the party. Right on the south, and I'm giving them hell. And my little shorty, she looking exotic. African features, she casting a spell. Run to the check like I work on my fitness. Wake up each morning and handle my business. Say that she love me, she want my genetics. Wanna get married and make it official. Wanna get married and have all my babies. Up in the city, I'm riding Mercedes. Up in the city, they treat me like royalty. Feeling like Dolph, talking about lords. Spreading my wings and I had to get fly. Up in the top, an incredible vibe. Came from the bottom, I'm up in the sky. Everyone look and said, baby, you fine. Wake up each morning and handle my business. They just be talking, you see me, I live. Ride on my enemies, sounding like thunder. 1804, got that shit in my spirit. 1804 when I step in the building. 1804, and that's word of my mother. Rock my women and die for my brother. Never gon' fall when I'm deep under pressure. Tell them we back and they better accept it. Move like a king, every step is divine. Ride on my enemies with no exception. Taking revenge and I'm taking what's mine. Pour up a drink and it's time that we toast. Watching my back, keep my enemies close. Only the family, I stick with my brothers. Cannon's position outside of the coast. Heavy artillery for the protection. Move like a general, stick to the code. Feel like a king when I'm up in the north. Beautiful women, they trying to get chose. Launch an invasion all over the south. Capture the capital with all my woes. Look at my energy and my demeanor. Dripping that ice and that's head of my toes. Lately I'm flexing all on the Americans. Flexing my muscle on missing my road. Just got a carriage just coming from London. Boy, that shit cash, I ain't taking no loans. Boy, that shit cash, that's fresh on the boat. Enemy know I got millions in gold. Enemy know I got choppers and cannons. How did I do it? They can't understand it. How did I do it? It's cause I'm relentless. Call me King Harry, my name is cemented. Call me King Harry, I'm up in the palace. Call me King Harry, I'm raising the status.